Hello everyone and welcome to my Coronation Street 24 channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bravo had the perfect Real Housewives spin-off, but shockingly pulled the plug. Once beloved franchises like Real Housewives of Beverly Hills and Real Housewives of New York are widely considered tepid at this point. While Bravo is scrambling to reignite the magic of their biggest franchises once had, small but mighty shows like Real Housewives of Salt Lake City and Real Housewives of Miami are doing the heavy lifting while delivering drama and scandal. So why not bring another franchise on board? Years ago, rumors swirled about Bravo eyeing Nashville to be their next location for a Real Housewives franchise. Nashville isn't just a small city where the worst person you know had a disco cowgirl-themed bachelorette party, it's also the country music capital of the world. While there have been several attempts at having a reality show based in the buckle of the Bible Belt, they haven't ever stuck the landing, such as the forgettable Very Cavallari and Private Lives of Nashville Wives. Over the past several years, it's become a haven for Hollywood starlets, so now is the time for Bravo to revisit the Real Housewives of Nashville and finally do Nashvegas justice. Back in 2021, actress-turned-singer-turned-podcaster-turned-chronic oversharer Jana Kramer was spotted filming with Brittany Aldean, wife to country singer Jason Aldean, and is best known for publicizing her horrific political stances on Instagram. Rumors swirled around social media platforms that Real Housewives of Nashville was finally coming, and Jana later confirmed that Bravo was in the early stages of putting together a show. She maintained that she was asked to do it, but she turned it down because she doesn't like girl drama. She then went on to insist that she would love to be a sidekick or a friend. Considering Jana is far more known for capitalizing on her personal life than her singing and acting chops, it's highly unlikely she's averse to girl drama. Incidentally, she has sparred with former friend and fellow Nashville local Kristin Cavallari, who happens to be one of the most iconic reality stars from the early aughts. Jana was spotted going on some dates with Kristin's ex Jay Cutler after their messy divorce. If only Bravo had cameras on them during this era, it would have been riveting television. Jana and Kristin aren't the only starlets who were big on the early 2000s scene that now live in Nashville. Jessica Simpson placed roots relatively recently there as well. Obviously, we all remember when she first made her mark on reality television with Nick Lachey in their iconic show Newlyweds. After their split, Kristin dated Nick for a hot minute, and on top of that, they've both been football wags. Reality shows with weaker casts are often criticized for the group's lack of history, but the lore goes back decades with these women. Nashville is teeming with social circles that would be perfect for reality television. Obviously, I'd rather forget that time Kristin Cavallari tried to make a reality show comeback with Very Cavallari. But that little circle she hired cultivated would be compelling, especially Shannon Ford. Her confounding marriage to fellow influencer James Middleton has made waves across the internet because, well, she's such a catch and he's such a tool. While she is shilling smart cups and Pura diffusers, he's got a pseudo-business promoting pseudoscience that he has pseudo-qualifications to be promoting. It's bone-chilling, it's unsettling, it's poetry. Sporadically lurking the subreddit dedicated to this fiasco isn't enough. I need to see this man's reputation disintegrate while his wife reckons with how much he sucks on my television screen. Nashville has become a hub for other reality stars as well, include many members of Bachelor Nation. Have I ever watched anything from the Bachelor franchise? Absolutely not, but various contestants who give the cringeworthy content that I both adore and despise would be much more captivating on Bravo show than on a dating show that is essentially America's next top influencer at this point. I yearn for a behind-the-scenes peek at Maddie Trout's marriage to billionaire youth pastor Grant Trout, who totally gives Kenneth Parcell energy. I crave to see what goes through Caitlin Bristow's brain when she posts crying selfies on Instagram with inspirational quotes at her big age of 40. I need to see the brilliant inner workings of Hannah Ann Sluss after years of obsessing over her Instagram, where she makes floral arrangements for her dentist and holiday recipes that will surely give people left Bravo superfans scratching their heads and clutching their wine glasses. The network abruptly pulled the plug on what many insiders believed was the most promising Real Housewives spinoff to date. It had everything: legacy cast members, a jaw-dropping villa in the south of France, production value that rivaled a glossy Netflix drama, and enough shade to eclipse an entire season of Potomac. So why did Real Housewives Villa Royale get cut just weeks before its premiere? Bravo had quietly greenlit the concept in early 2024 under the codename Project RSVP. The idea was genius in its simplicity: a housewives retreat set in an opulent estate in Provence, where iconic women from across franchises would come together for a luxurious getaway with no husbands, no kids, and no fourth wall. The goal? To settle old scores, forge new alliances, and, according to one network executive, produce the most unfiltered content Bravo has ever aired. The cast was a dream lineup: Kyle Richards, Beverly Hills; Giselle Bryant, Potomac; Teresa Giudice, New Jersey; Heather Dubrow, Orange County; Mary Cosby, Salt Lake City; and Kenya Moore, Atlanta. Add to that wild-card guest appearances by Tiffany Moon, Dallas; and Phaedra Parks, ex-Atlanta attorney at Shade, and Villa Royale was poised to be a cocktail-fueled masterclass in Housewives mythology. But even as fans began piecing together Instagram breadcrumbs, Teresa's cryptic Eiffel Tower post, Kyle's stories tagged Provence Life, and a leaked video of Kenya and Giselle arguing over who got the suite with the vineyard view, Bravo remained silent, until suddenly, they weren't. In a late-night press release, Bravo stated the show had been shelved indefinitely due to unforeseen production challenges. But sources close to the production told a far more tantalizing story. According to one insider who worked on set, Villa Royale was chaos from day one. With no structured filming schedule and no true lead, the cast fell into natural, volatile hierarchies. Kyle tried to take control of the house, organizing yoga sessions and rosé tastings. Teresa refused to unpack her bags until she was given the best room. Giselle brought a glam team despite the no-staff rule. And Mary Cosby, she stayed in her suite for 3 days, refusing to eat anything that wasn't blessed by her private pastor, whom she brought in secret. While viewers would have eaten it up with golden spoons, production allegedly couldn't keep up. The French crew spoke limited English. A storm damaged the estate's power grid on day 4. Kenya and Heather nearly came to blows over a misplaced designer clutch. And then, the kicker. Someone leaked security footage of a drunken midnight pool altercation to a Bravo fan account. Within hours, the video was trending on Twitter under #HousewivesGoneWild. Bravo execs reportedly panicked. The footage, while messy and undeniably entertaining, featured slurred shouting about contracts, NDAs, and threats of lawsuits. One Bravo producer reportedly called it the most honest and dangerous hour of television we've ever captured. It made Scandoville look like Sesame Street. Executives feared they had created a monster they couldn't air. With many of the women still under contract for their respective franchises, airing Villa Royale could have threatened the integrity and the illusion of their other shows. Suddenly, Teresa's rebranding as a Zen family woman, Kyle's post-Mauricio healing arc, and Heather's return to OC all hung in the balance. The plug was pulled, not slowly, not diplomatically, immediately. Hard drives were seized. NDAs were reinforced. Cast members were warned that discussing the project publicly would lead to legal consequences. Only Mary Cosby reportedly ignored the order, cryptically commenting during an Instagram Live, "That villa was unholy." But fans, they haven't let it go. The Reddit thread r/Villa Royale leak has grown to over 50,000 members in under 3 months. Grainy images of the cast in French markets, alleged audio clips of a verbal showdown between Kenya and Giselle, and deep-dive speculation about Bravo's motivations have turned the scrap show into a kind of Housewives myth. the lost season that never was. In June 2025, Heather Dubrow finally cracked during a podcast appearance, calling Villa Royale an elevated concept that was brought down by too much ego in one house. And yes, I include myself in that. Her admission reignited fan campaigns to #release Villa Royale, with thousands petitioning Peacock to air the footage in limited form. Still, Bravo has remained silent. Behind the scenes, however, murmurs persist. Some believe the network is simply waiting for the right time, perhaps as a surprise drop between franchise seasons, or as a 3-part limited docuseries with confessionals added after the fact. Others believe Villa Royale is simply too nuclear to ever see the light of day.